Hey guys, welcome to the Unprofessional Podcast. And
I feel like shit.
we are currently sitting right
Underneath the arch. Like right
underneath the St. Louis Arch.
You know what I just thought would have been fucking funny?
What?
Is if like somebody threw something out that window and just
Yes.
killed the fucking camera.
This planning thing, this whole podcast has taken us a very long time to do. We've had this idea and this plan.
Well, not really the podcast. It kind of devved into a podcast, but doing YouTube in general has been like since what, freshman year of high school, freshman 8th grade, like that.
Yeah,
time frame.
right around that ballpark. I'm looking forward to doing this a lot more and to have it as a consistent thing.
Yeah, I am too. It's just like, please listen to it.
I'm gonna look back at editing this. Hello, doggy. I'm gonna look back at editing this and I'll be like, this was fun. I do genuinely want to do this more often.
I don't want to get famous. I just want to have fun.
Mm-hmm.
And like, if that gets us stardom, hey, it's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want it to dev into like a fucking Tube 10 or shit. I don't want that in my life. I can't fucking do that.
I like how our original plan for the podcast was to do it at a bowling alley.
Yeah. And then
I'd still like to do that idea.
Yeah,
but like,
we need to kind of get more episodes and videos under our belt, because this is gonna be a video, like a 10-minute video of us just dicking around at Forest Park. I think this is Forest Park. Yeah, it's just gonna be like a 10-12 minute video of us dicking around, and it's gonna go on the YouTube channel. So hopefully it gets seen, but I doubt it.
Who knows? Anything could happen. My old YouTube channel. Did I ever tell you how many views I had on my old YouTube channel? Like my most viewed video.
No.
I had 40K.
No, okay.
Doing the Mario plush skits. And it was an old video too. One of my oldest videos that I made. Holy shit. My old YouTube channel is going to be a decade old in January.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's crazy. I don't know. Just don't make eye contact.
Just don't make conversation. We're just sitting here playing with
Chit-chatting. Oh, he's just a pedestrian. That scared me. My water bottle falling on the ground. I thought a bird hit the arch and died.
It would take a while for it to get down.
It'd be
hit turbo velocity and explode on impact.
Yes. Have you ever, when was the last time you were here at the arch?
Like here?
Yeah, here. In the park.
Oh, I've already told you.
Well, explain to them.
So, for my job, they gave me 3 months off because horse shit. I didn't do anything. I didn't get fired. I'm back there now, but I came with a couple buddies out here at fucking 10 o'clock at night, and wherever that where is it? One of those buildings over there, I don't exactly know where it is. I can't physically see it.
I don't think they care about the building,
yeah,
dude.
I don't think they care about the building. But we came to a parking garage because we went on a cruise because he had a Mustang at the time, and we came here and we played tag at 11:30 at night in the middle of one of the most dangerous cities in America.
Yes.
Right here.
The last time I was here, I was 6, 5, around there. I just remember there being a tornado coming, an actual tornado, on its way. I remember it being so fucking windy. We had to bunker down below to where the museum is at.
Yeah.
The museum is at.
Mm-hmm.
I remember just trying to run to that area, and I could barely like walk. I kept like getting pushed back by the wind. It was that bad.
God.
It was that bad.
Oh my god.
I remember it was me, my mom, and that's all I remember.
Was
It
your
was
dad
just-
not there?
I don't remember. It's been so long. But that was like the last time I was here when I almost died.
I fucking hate this town. Fucking hate this city so much. Fucking hate this city.
Yes.
Fucking hate this city, dude.
I'm glad we chose this spot as the first one because there's hardly anybody around. Like I was doing it at a podcast at a bowling alley. We'd have to go like early in the morning or whatever.
We'd have to go at like 8.
I like how we're just talking about more podcasts during a podcast. We need
Yeah.
to talk about something not that.
It's
Well,
just-
so we could talk about the fucking Mace video.
Oh yeah.
Our attempt to try and do the Mace video.
Yeah. Hey, we could talk about that.
Well, we'll say it didn't go to plan.
When does anything ever?
Yeah. It was going perfectly
Perfectly.
smooth.
It was going.
And-
It was going smooth when we were setting up. It was going smooth when we were setting up because this was a Smash tournament. Because we haven't had one of those in fucking how long? I think since Justin, which is probably
Our next
friend.
a guest.
probably our next guest, a buddy you'll meet, but I don't know if you fucking like him. He had started playing Smash Bros, and me and Andrew are pretty competitive when it comes to the game. And we had another buddy, Spencer, who will probably guest star in this at some point. I don't know when that will be, but it'll be some point. So we did a tournament at Justin's house, and everything was going great. We had the idea. Me and him met up, and we were talking about like how we should do it. Bryce was there, another person you'll meet, and everything was going great when we were setting up, getting like the lights ready, the camera ready, the couch ready, where we were gonna sit, the idea, like how it was gonna work out. Everything was perfect. Everything was perfectly fine. And then we got to the preliminary match, and that's when it started going downhill. That's when it started like hitting it. That when we were setting up the lights, that was like the climax, and the intro scene where we were just dicking around in morph suits. That was the climax, and then after that, it just went fucking downhill.
I'm gonna dumb that down because that's a lot. Somebody didn't want to get maced, so we decided, you know what, we're gonna scrap that. Well, I mean not scrap it, but like
Save
it's on
it
the
for
it's
later.
on the back burner. It's still an
They
idea that
need
we.
to know, bastard.
It's the reason why we're calling this the Unprofessional Podcast.
Is because we're very unprofessional in
Yeah.
how we do this. We come up with ideas on the
Like-
spot.
A podcast is supposed to be you and I talking, not talking to the audience.
Yeah.
And
See, this is why it's called that. I'm gonna kill myself. Later. Oh my god, fuck's sake. What? Don't fucking look at me.
I'm keeping this in.
Okay, I don't give a shit. Okay.
I'm not cutting it all. I'm just gonna let it roll. Just go with the flow. There's this old there's this guy that I used to watch on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
He used to play video games a lot. He used to live here. He used to live in like I think the building, like one of those buildings
I
back
don't
there.
think they care about the building. Dude.
Shut the fuck up. Anyway, there's this guy I used to watch. I remember he took a tour down here, and I was like, yes, I want to meet. Like when Boogie fucking came down here, I was like, fuck, I should have went to the Arch. I wanted to meet the
You know
man
how fucking
himself.
Awesome it would be if this fucking blew up and we got to do like an episode or a podcast with fucking Off Canny. You know how fucking awesome
I doubt
that
it.
would be? I doubt it too. But do you know how fucking awesome that would be?
It'd be pretty cool.
Like just me and you flying out to wherever they live on the fucking moon.
Texas.
Like they live on the fucking moon, dude. Like, you can't lie to me. But like if we just fucking went all the way out there and did some dumb shit with them and became like part of that team, that would be.
I tell you,
Sick.
I tell you what, this podcast is already a million times better than the Joe Rogan podcast.
Don't be dissing on our Georgia, dude.
That's just gonna ear rape them.
Don't be this. I like it. Sorry. But yeah, this is like what, our third venture out into doing something with YouTube.
Yeah.
This is like our first professional go out into YouTube. Before, it was just drug skits for our health class in sophomore year of high school.
Yes.
And some guy commented and said, "You guys are really funny. You should make more videos." And then
That was one dude.
then we never fucking did.
That dude.
We love you.
Yes, whoever you are.
Whoever you are, wherever you might be, just know that I love you.
Yeah, I'd love to do stuff like kind of like what Cow Chop was, and a little bit like kind of like what Off Candy was doing. But I don't want to like straight copy them.
Yeah. Like I want to do the podcast, but I also want to do videos. Like of us just
our own shit.
Of our own shit, but us just doing random shit. Like what they do, like the idea of what they do, but doing completely
switch it up,
things.
do things different. You know, try and be original.
Yeah, like we could have like a gaming thing too, like fucking
just us playing video
every
games.
Thursday or whatever is fucking GameCube night or whatever. I don't fucking know anymore. Why is there a car on the sidewalk? I know you guys can't see this, but there's a car driving down the fucking sidewalk. Oh, that's a cop.
Yeah.
That was a cop.
Have you ever been up the arch
Yes.
before?
Yes, I have. It has been a very long time. The last time I remember going, there was like 20 people up there, and it was very fucking crowded.
I just remember the journey of trying to get up there because they put you in like these little egg pods, and then you just go up.
Yeah, you just go up and you stand up there for I think however long you want to stand up there. Because it's just one pod that goes back down and comes back up.
It's just one?
I think so. One.
I could have sworn there was two of them
I
on
think
each
it's
side.
one, and then it goes down to where it gets like more bigger, or it gets bigger, and then you get like 3 or 2 down, if I remember right. But I just know that we had to wait a while because there were a lot of people, a lot of fucking people.
Yes.
There is a cop still on the sidewalk.
Did you know there's stairs to get up top here?
Fuck out of here. There's no way.
Yeah, there's stairs. You can see it out of the pod. You can see the stairs.
Huh.
So people can willingly walk up
the arch.
walk up the steps.
I don't know why you would willingly fucking do that. It's like saying, "Hey, I'm gonna climb the side of the Empire State Building."
Yeah, I don't think I could ever see myself
physically walking up. Yeah,
it'd be hell.
Yeah, it'd be like, fuck. What is that? What is that one thing we did? It'd be like Salt Lick, but worse, and not as fun.
Yes. Fucking they redid the what do you call it? The museum. The museum below. I have not been in it at all. The last time I was in it is whenever it was still the old one.
Yeah, same here. I haven't been.
What the fuck did they even have in there originally?
I don't fucking know, dude. I don't remember what I did earlier today.
From what I remember, they had like old like horse and wagons
probably like horse and buggies and trolleys and shit like that.
That's what I remember.
Yep.
But
you know who our next guest star should be? Post Malone.
Yes. Good old
Post-it note Malone.
Yes.
That dude, he's so cool. Like, I mean, as a musician, I'm kind of not me personally. I'm not a personal musician, but like as a standpoint, his music is okay. There's some songs that are better than others, but his music overall, in my opinion, is okay. But him as a person, he's such a cool fucking dude.
You know he's bald now?
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking cool.
He's such a cool fucking dude. I remember seeing a video, and it was a mom walking up, and he was in there, and he's, saying hi to her, and she's like, "Oh, hey, can you say hi to my 3 daughters?"
He's like, "What's up?"
He's like, "Yeah, hi, Brittany, Whitney, and whatever the other."
I think I've seen that video.
And then, one of them. She said that one of them wanted to marry him, and
he's like, "Absolutely
no." She said, "Well, first, how old is she?" And the mom said 23, and he's like, "Tell her to hit me up."
That's awesome.
Oh, there's a train moving over there.
Do a podcast on a train.
Where the fuck are we gonna find a train?
right there.
Yes, excuse me, sir. May we please do a podcast on your train? It's not a passenger train, it's a fucking freight train, but let podcast time.
Yes.
You know what one of our ideas for a video should be?
What?
Fucking, we should be like, you know how Off Candy did the bull riding thing?
Yeah.
Well, ours should be trying to be cowboys.
Yes.
Yes, like we actually have to like, if somebody's willing, we'd like get on horseback and try to be like actual cowboys, not the fucking like Clint Eastwood cowboy, like actual genuine cowboys. I think that would be a experience.
Learn how to fucking lasso a fucking.
I mean, Red Dead 2 taught me a lot, but
I still have not beaten that game.
Fucking need to play it, dude. I get that me and Michael screwed up, but you need to play it.
See, once a game is spoiled for me, I just have like, after that, I just have no motivation to play it.
One ending. There are.
I know. There's 3 endings. I just like.
No, there's 4.
There's 4.
Yeah, there's 4 endings depending on. You guys obviously know because you've probably played Red Dead.
Watch them never play it.
Watch them never fucking play it. But it's based on a morale system. So like, if you go to a town and massacre all of them, just because your morale gets lower, that's what that little bar on the bottom's for. Or like, if you help a dude and like give him medicine because he got bit by a snake, that boosts your morale to be good or bad. And the ending is based on that right there. We only fucked up the one, the actual genuine ending. We fucked that up, but there are other endings. Yeah, I fucked it up.
That's why when the Last of Us Part 2 came out, I was like, I want to actually just play this game. I heard a lot of things about it. People hate it or they love it.
Yeah,
so I was like, you know what? I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear shit. I just want to play the game. So I literally, like, anytime I got off work or school or whatever, I was just playing that fucking game, just playing it for hours on end.
I remember. Hey Andrew, you want to come out? No.
Last of Us.
I remember when that game got announced. I was like, oh dude, that's fucking awesome.
It looks good.
I know it looks good, but I hate it.
The story.
The story-wise, visual-wise, and like setting-wise, it's actually really cool. And like the progression of the zombies and whatnot, I think that's cool. But like when I heard that it was getting leaked, I was like, nope, I'm staying the fuck away from it, because I was working at that warehouse at the time, and fucking I was talking to one of my coworkers, and he's like, yeah, dude, The Last of Us got spoiled. I don't even want to play the game anymore because of what happens. I was like, don't tell me anything. 15 minutes go by and it's eating at me. I'm like, fucking tell me. He's like, are you sure? Just fucking tell me, dude. And well, I got told, and I was like, I'm not fucking playing that game.
The only gripe that I have, spoiler warning for The Last of Us Part 2.
If anybody hasn't fucking played it, which
yeah, by now.
I don't blame you if you haven't played it, but
or whatever. The only gripe I have is playing as Abby for half of the game. I was cool learning her story and all that shit. Is just like having to play as her
like
for way too long.
Three missions. Like I know that doesn't go by mission standpoint. It goes by like cutscene, because the cutscene integrates into the story. But just cut it right there. Like, just give the past why she's pissy. Cut it right there.
And then end it there.
End it there. I didn't want to see the sex scene, but they made me.
Yeah, that was a little fucking weird. I was like, what?
I was over at Justin's and he was playing it, and the sex scene came on. I was like, what? What the fuck?
Yeah, I was a little thrown back by that. I was literally, it was like 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Ellie's progression though in that game was nice.
Mm-hmm.
I liked it because it made more sense to like the DLC, which I never played.
You never played the first one?
The first DLC.
Really?
I played the first game full through like 3-4 times.
Wow.
But I never played the DLC.
DLC is really good.
I've heard a lot of good things about it, and I know about it, but I've never played it.
Yeah.
It just when I beat the game, I was like 12 at the time, and that was the first game I had on my PlayStation 3 when I got it. So the concept of DLC was foreign to me, and I was like, I have no money to buy this. So I never ended up actually getting it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got the collection edition on the 4, and I had everything. Yep. So I was like, right after I beat the game, I was like, DLC time. Yeah. So I played it. It was really good.
Doesn't that DLC fall before though?
It takes in between of when, spoilers for The Last of Us Part 1.
Which that game's like 6 years old.
Yeah.
If you haven't fucking played it, get with the program.
Okay, so you remember when Joel gets fucking impaled by the fucking bar
Yeah.
thing?
Okay.
And it just cuts, and then it shows Ellie and
Like
him.
a couple months later.
Yeah, it takes
Okay.
in between those couple
Okay,
months.
So it takes.
Yeah,
Okay.
and a little bit it takes, like
A
way
little-
before, like
way before.
like
the,
when
the
Ellie-
apocalypse happened.
like not that early. It's like when Ellie was by herself.
God damn it.
Struggling
I
there.
can't get comfortable, dude.
I just been sitting crisscross
I know,
applesauce
but
for
like
this entire
at the
time.
time, I'm like, I gotta fucking move, dude. I gotta fucking move.
You know where we should do a podcast? Lion's Choice.
I don't know, for anybody who doesn't know, and clearly you don't because this is the first time you're going to be seeing us, we have a running joke about the restaurant Lion's Choice because neither of us have actually been there. So we just say, what the fuck is Lion's Choice?
Yes.
Did I tell you that in this, I know you don't fucking care about Batman, like in the slightest, but did I tell you that the 1960s movie, like when they came out with the movie with Adam West in it,
What about it?
the map of Gotham City is the map of St. Louis.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That's
So
dope.
St. Louis is basically Gotham City.
Yes.
And
Where's Batman?
I don't fucking know. It's not real. I think he died.
Just punch me in the back of the head.
Where are they? One of the buildings, because me and Ryan were talking about it. One of the taller buildings here. I don't know where it is, like exactly, but one of the taller buildings here we said was basically Wayne Tower. Because
That's
it
fucking
matches
sick.
up so nicely.
It's
But yeah,
sick.
I learned that. I was like, no fucking way. So then I looked it up and I was like,
Did you look up like the map of
yeah,
St. Louis?
I looked up the map of St. Louis and I cross-compared it and I was like, oh my fucking god!
That's pretty cool.
But now, because of the Nolan trilogy that came out, Gotham City is supposed to be like Chicago because that's where the movie was shot, is in Chicago.
Who's the dude who's playing him now?
That's Robert Pattinson.
The dude who played
The dude who
played the
Edward
vampire
in Twilight, yeah.
in
He
Twilight.
played in Twilight and he was also in the Harry Potter series, but I won't know. I've never seen those fucking stupid movies.
I have seen one Twilight movie. I wasn't forced to watch it. I was just sitting in my living room and my sister was watching it. I was like,
I've never
"What is
seen
this?"
Either of those series, I've never seen Harry Potter or Twilight, and I have no intentions on seeing it. Never in my life.
You know what's crazy is who the fuck plays the werewolf? It's the dude from Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Yeah, it's Taylor Lautner.
Taylor Lautner from
From
fucking
Shark Boy and Lava
from
Girl
Shark
to
Boy and
Twilight,
Lava.
He had a couple movies in between that, and then he just disappeared.
What's weird is like from Shark Boy and Lava Girl to Twilight, it was like what,
A
couple years
or so.
and he aged a shit ton and he got fucking ripped.
yeah.
I was like, holy
like
fuck.
that whole movie series. I just remember seeing the commercials on the TV. Never fucking watched them. Don't intend to. But I just remember seeing the fucking scenes of him being just fucking yoked, dude. He's fucking jacked. And then I would look back at Shark Boy and Lava Girl. He's like fucking 10. I'm like, where did you get all this muscle?
Yeah.
And then he had a couple like low hit movies, and then he just kind of like was like, yeah, I'm done.
I think he retired, didn't he? Right?
I think so.
Or he just said,
I think
fuck
he
it.
stopped because I at that point
Probably from Twilight.
probably from Twilight, because I don't think anything was gonna pay him as good as Twilight or Shark Boy and Lava Girl. But
Dude, you have no idea how fucking excited I was when I heard that they were making a Shark
sequel
to Shark Boy and Lava
And
Girl.
then we watched it, and he wasn't in there, and I hated it. And then fucking super intuitive. I fucking hated it, dude.
Super intuitive.
It was a fucking nightmare for like 2 or 3 months of just
We all got-
screaming.
We
wrong.
all got together and watched the movie.
Because it's a movie from our childhood, so like
W-
naturally
when
we're gonna fucking see
when
it.
I heard that, I was like, no fucking way. No way.
When he texted me that there was gonna be a sequel to Shark Boy and Lava Girl, I was like, no, that's not possible. That studio went defunct in like 2010, and fucking
What
lo and
was it?
behold,
What was it called? The studio who made it was Dimension Studio,
I
right?
don't fucking know.
I think it was called
the
Dimension. I
guys
think
who
it was.
made- It was the guys who made
They had that weird fucking mascot with the fucking, like, weird ass head and the weird fucking like.
It was the guys who made Spy Kids.
Yeah, I think it's called Dimension Studio.
Spy Kids.
It's Dimensions. I swear it's Dimensions. But I could be wrong. I have no idea.
Troublemaker Studios.
Troublemaker Studio. Then there was another studio. It started with a D.
The Troublemakers Studios, they made all of the Spy Kids movies. Like, all of them. I don't know what fucking movie is Spy Kids. Oh, wait, no, that's the Spy Kids 4D. Okay, yeah, they did make all of them.
Good. Those movies were fucking mint.
I want to say that they fucking made Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Yeah, they did. No, they did. They did.
Just to be safe.
I'm pretty sure it was Shark Boy and Lava Girl came up first, and then it was Spy Kids.
No. The first two came out first.
I don't fucking know. Either way, those movies were really good.
Yeah, they made it.
Those movies were great.
Yep, they made it, and then I think they got put into Dimension Films.
Yeah, that's it.
I think that was before, and then they kind of got their footing because Shark Boy and Lava Girl was a fucking success. It was a box office hit. Millions of kids watched it, including me.
I don't think when that movie came out in what, 04? 04.
I don't fucking know.
Yeah,
Let me look.
I'm pretty sure it was 04. So I didn't watch it in theaters. I watched it at home with the dope ass like red and blue 3D glasses that I still have to this day.
I didn't get the actual DVD box set. I watched it on Cartoon Network.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they'd aired.
So you watched it without the 3D?
Mm-hmm. They aired that and the first 3 Spy Kids on Cartoon Network, so that's how I watched it. And those movies are fucking fantastic. When did Shark Boy and Lava Girl come out? June 10th, 2005.
I was close.
Let me see if my statement was right about the Spy Kids. When did their movies come out?
I want to say that.
When did Spy Kids come out?
Because I want to say that
March 18th, 2001.
Okay. So Spy Kids
it
first.
Was Spy Kids, and then I think Spy Kids
2.
No, not 3. Oh my God! All 3 of those fucking movies came out
same year.
Like a year apart.
Jesus Christ.
Spy Kids came out in 01, Spy Kids 2 came out in 02, and Spy Kids 3 came out in 03, and then the series was dead.
And then 4 came out
and
like
then
what?
4 came out
like what? 10 years later.
I think so.
And I think that came out in like what? 2015.
Spy Kids 4, All the Time in the World, came out on August 19th, 2011.
Well, hey, at least they're getting their info about.
Yeah, they're getting your movie info.
Those movies as a kid were.
Those movies
great.
Plus the first open season, like I would watch.
Oh, that's with the bear and the deer, right?
The bear and the deer, yeah.
Do you remember that one fucking movie? Oh God. It was like these like. It was like this raccoon, this rabbit, and they were like
hedge?
Over the hedge. Yeah.
I remember that. I own that.
Physically own that?
Yeah, I physically own that. And I still have it to this day.
I don't know. That movie was.
I love that movie. That movie's so good. I just like the soundtrack. Like I look back on it now, and think, what the fuck?
Why was I watching this?
Why was I watching this? But then I think like, oh, I was watching fucking Spy Kids too. So, it's whatever. But the soundtrack to that movie, for like being an early 2000s film, it like fit the time.
Yeah.
So perfectly with like some of the tracks they chose. Perfect.
Yeah.
And then they came out with Over the Hedge 2, and it went straight to fucking DVD. There was no fucking movie
the fucking turtle was in there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The turtle was in there. He's like, oh, don't.
The turtle was my favorite.
Don't go over the hedge. Something like that.
Turtle was my favorite. Whatever the fuck his name was.
Whatever. I think his name was Sheldon.
That sounds about right.
Obviously. I fucking loved the squirrel that was like hopped up on coke all the fucking time.
Oh my God, yeah.
I fucking love that damn squirrel.
Remember Barnyard?
I fucking love that. I've never physically seen the movie of Barnyard. Never seen it, but I watched the TV series on Nickelodeon all the time as a kid. I would watch on Nickelodeon. I would watch Back at the Barnyard, Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Avatar was great.
Avatar: The Last Airbender. I would watch Danny Phantom reruns because I think the show was done by that time, and I would also watch. Well, when it was on there, I'd watch Dragon Ball Z Kai. What the fuck else did I watch? God damn it.
See me,
This is gonna bother me.
you grew up with cartoon. I also grew up with Cartoon Network, but I also watched like the live action, like
I could never.
like the Disney Channel, Nickelodeon stuff. I love that shit.
I don't know. There was just something about it like I just didn't like. I don't know what it was, but I just didn't like it.
I don't know. I don't know. It was just
Because like I mean,
it was always something to watch, and I watched like every week.
Yeah, I would always watch. I would sit down and try to watch Drake and Josh. I watched one episode of Drake and Josh. What is it?
I don't know if it's still recording or not. Let's see. What did it say?
Movie recording has been stopped automatically. The maximum recording time has been reached. Fuck.
Okay, I don't know how long it was going for, but you want to continue talking?
Sure. What was I saying?
I don't even know
About
when
Drake
it
and
left
Josh?
off.
Oh yeah, about Drake and Josh. Is it still recording?
Yeah, I just hit record.
Okay, so
We just probably got cut off.
we
or
probably
like
got cut off. Sorry.
our entire conversation
Our
was
entire
probably
conversation
ripped
got
off.
cut, so he's gonna have to edit it and film and make it better. But as I was saying before it cut off, I would try to watch Drake and Josh. I watched like one episode of Drake and Josh, and immediately was like, I fucking hate it.
Really?
I just can't.
You can't do live action
can't
shows?
do the live action show. I can do them now, but like back then when I was like 10,
Mm-hmm.
no, fuck no.
See, I loved Drake
I just
and Josh.
grew up on like because my cousins who live in Delaware, you've never fucking met them. I doubt they'll fucking meet him because they'd never fucking come here anymore. But they're from here.
Mhm.
They would always watch they'd always watch cartoons and stuff. So that's kind of where I got it from. Like growing up, I was watching fucking Ben 10, Samurai Jack, Teen Titans, the actual good one.
Not Go?
Fucking,
You don't like Go?
fuck no, I'd rather kill myself than watch Go. I watched Sonic X too. Believe it or not, I watched and enjoyed Sonic X. I still enjoy it to this day. I've never fucking seen the series full through. I've caught bits and pieces of
it, yeah.
But as a Sonic fan,
You're like,
I enjoy
mint.
it. I was like, that's pretty good. I don't like the fucking random ass human kid that's in there. I hate him.
Yeah.
If he wasn't in there, the series would probably be better. But you know, as it stands right now,
I feel bad for the kids now who have to grow up with these shitty ass cartoons.
or they're glued to their fucking tablets. Like when I have kids, I'm gonna raise them how the fuck I was raised. Like that's just how it's gonna be. Cause I'm gonna be like, all right, you're not getting a fucking phone till you're like 15 or 16.
Some of the cartoons
Now
are shit. Are absolute shit. They're like, I guess it's just a different time.
It's what it was.
Because now what they're doing is they're making them more like, even more kid friendly. Like there's no like darkness to like cartoons anymore.
When we were growing up, obviously we watched the original Teen Titans, and that had like a consecutive storyline. It was not like it's not like a what's the term for it? Like a different monster every week, okay? Like that. It wasn't that, it was a consecutive storyline, but now these kids are growing up and there's like nothing to progress like the characters, so they have no idea how good cartoons used to be.
Mm-hmm.
How good they used to be, and now they're just fucking. I remember when Teen Titans Go came out.
I was like,
I watched one episode and I was like, no, fucking hate it.
yeah. I didn't like the art style. I just didn't like it.
I didn't like how they took because all of those voice actors are the same voice actors from the original one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
They're the original voice actors for those characters.
Did you know that they had a crossover with those two
Mhm.
shows and made a movie?
And apparently, from what I heard, because I never fucking saw it, the actual Teen Titans is what I'm going to be calling them for this episode, beat the shit out of the fucking Go ones. And that's
Good.
the only reason people our age,
Talked about it?
that's the only reason people went, is to see the original Teen Titans, because
Mhm.
nobody fucking likes Go.
Mm-hmm.
Who in their right mind likes Go?
There's some people out there like, I'm a super fan of Go. I love it so much.
You don't have any brain cells.
Yeah, like my favorite shows, like cartoons, like when I was growing up, were Adventure Time, The Amazing World of Gumball. I love the way
That's
it
a good
was
show.
like it had the real world in the background.
That's
and
the
the
one,
cartoons.
That one and regular show. I'm like okay with like something happening every episode, like something
Mhm.
different happening every episode because it makes sense. But like through all of that, the characters progress.
Mhm.
Like they progress. And
That's kind of like how Adventure Time was. It had like a
different.
it
thing
had
every
it had a story,
Yeah,
like it had its
consecutive
own
story.
lore and shit.
which
which-
is very fucking deep.
Mhm.
It's very deep lore.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind rewatching Adventure Time.
I wouldn't either, but at the same time, I'm watching like a million shows right now.
Mhm.
I'm trying to get through the DC animated universe right now, and it's been kind of hell because I have to watch. Because me personally, I want to watch in chronological order, so I know
Mhm.
like what the fuck happens
Yeah.
when it is. But some of the movies that tie in between the Batman animated series from the '90s to like the Superman animated series, you can't fucking find them anywhere on a streaming service. Like anywhere. I looked because I was talking to Tucker, and he's like, "You gotta watch." Sub-Zero and Mystery of the Batwoman.
Yeah.
Mystery of the Batwoman's on HBO Max, but Sub-Zero's fucking nowhere to be found. So it just... But the cartoons, building off of what you said, the cartoons I grew up with, like, primarily was the original Ben 10.
Yep.
I'd watch that a lot.
And then I remember they made a teen, like where he was a teenager.
Yeah, like that was
that
like,
one was good too,
that
from what
Alien
I remember.
Force, Ultimate Alien were like the great ones, and then Omniverse was really good. The art style was different, but it was good.
Mhm.
Like because it just kind of built up off of what between Ultimate Alien and I guess Alien Force or whatever, and now
Mhm.
the new one's out and it's like Teen Titans Go, and it makes me fucking sick
Yeah.
to my stomach.
Did I ever tell you the Cartoon Network show that I watched recently, Infinity Train?
Yeah, you were telling me about
Yeah,
it.
That
couple
had a
weeks ago.
really good story. It kind of reminded me of a little bit of Adventure Time and a little bit of like regular show, in a way.
Right.
It had like a really deep story to it. And
Right.
I watched the first 2 seasons. I bought the first 2 on Google Play or whatever. And it turns out that it got taken off Cartoon Network and put on HBO Max the rest of the seasons. But the rest of the seasons, like, there's only like 4 books. Like they're putting books.
So it's like Avatar.
Yeah, kind of like that. And each season is with a different character that are in the show, and it will follow them and
Yeah.
how they got there, yada yada. The next 2 that I haven't seen the 3rd or 4th season, but like it's on HBO Max and I don't have HBO
You
Max.
should get it, dude. It's good. It's got like a lot of shows that you wouldn't think would be
Mhm.
on HBO Max, but they're there. Like remember I was saying you should watch Spawn?
Mhm.
That's on there. Like the
Yeah.
whole animated series is on there.
I'm cool with anime. I get why people watch it, but like
Here we
the
go.
the really fucking
Weird ones.
weird ones, I don't know. I just can't really get into anime besides like old Cartoon Network shows. I can't get into like
That's not
the
anime, but that's
I-
anime.
that's-
that's a cartoon.
yeah, like I don't know.
Like the only anime from my standpoint, like I previously said, I fucking love Dragon Ball.
Mhm.
Like that, I just grew up on that.
Where did that air on, by the way?
That aired on Toonami back in the 80s.
Wouldn't that be considered a cartoon and not an anime?
Nope, it was Toonami was after Cartoon Network went to bed and Adult Swim would come on.
Gotcha.
That was what filled
Gotcha.
up before Adult Swim was actually.
Gotcha.
Because Adult Swim came when the MTV craze was kind of going around. Adult Swim came in like the late 90s, early 2000s. But Toonami was what held that block for that's what ran after Cartoon Network in the 80s, and that's what
Gotcha.
obviously I'm fucking 20. I was never alive in the 80s, but I know all this stuff. That's what I grew up on Dragon Ball.
Mhm.
It was like the original one, and then Z, and like just watching those shows and growing up with them, like they just teach you like a lot of, like like
Life lessons?
a lot of good fucking lessons, and like
Mhm.
the character progression is fucking out of
Yeah,
this
they
world.
they fuck up in the episode and then they learn what they did wrong.
Like
by the
in one
end.
of the in the Frieza saga, you're obviously gonna have no idea what I'm talking about.
I know he's purple and he looks like Mewtwo.
He looks like a tampon, basically. You guys might have some idea if you've ever watched Dragon Ball, but in the Frieza saga, it leads up to Goku getting there
Mm-hmm.
because Krillin, Gohan, and Vegeta all went there before him because he was like badly hurt, like all of his fucking bones were broken. So he's laid up in the hospital, and he gets there, and like the first fight is like the first fight between Vegeta and I fucking hit it once. Don't interrupt me, bastard. The first fight between Vegeta and Frieza is like Vegeta being cocky, and like he's like, oh, I'm the Super Saiyan, and then he gets his fucking shit rocked like immediately, and that's like good because that progresses his character. Like, obviously he came into the series being very cocky. He's
Yeah.
like Shadow
Yeah.
from Adventure 2. He's really cocky, full of himself. He knows that he's the ultimate elite class warrior, but then he gets fucking shown that, no, you're not. Like, obviously I'm not explaining it in a good way, but
I kind of get what you're saying.
But like he like the consequences of him going into that very cocky is him dying. He dies in that series. Like, he dies
Like
enough
for good,
in
or until in like another show, and then he gets
in
brought
the
back.
lore. You can die twice.
Okay.
You can die one time and you get to come back, and if you die a second time, you're done. That's it.
Gotcha.
But he died on Namek.
Has anyone died twice?
Yes, Vegeta has, and Goku.
But they're
Vegeta
still
and
around. They're in another show though.
No, what happened is in the Buu saga. Did she just fall?
Yeah, she did.
Okay. So in the Buu saga, right when Goku comes back and things are starting to get really hairy, the Elder Kai gives him his life so he can come back and stick around. And Vegeta was brought back because they needed more. Okay.
This is what we get for filming at a park.
Yep. But like Vegeta was brought back because they needed like the extra hands and whatever.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, obviously it didn't break the lore, but like it explained why they're.
I really like TV shows with like a shit ton of like lore.
I would. Hear me out. Hear me out.
Please don't talk about Fortnite lore. Is that what you're gonna mention? The Fortnite lore?
Fortnite best games. No, I was gonna say if you were up to the task, I would highly recommend watching Dragon Ball. I mean, granted, it's probably not everybody's cup of tea.
Yeah.
Because I know the screaming.
That's all I know about the show. That's all I know.
The screaming is the best fucking part.
Is screaming.
But
for like the entire episode.
But that symbolizes something. That symbolizes something in the show. Like if you follow it from the first series to Z, you understand.
I got a question for you.
What?
How did you originally first get into
Dragon Ball?
Dragon Ball, yeah.
My dad and my cousins.
Your dad was into it a lot?
My dad, well, okay, so when I was about 5 or 6, me and him would watch Toonami together. Like when that was still a thing, because they brought it back in like the early 2000s, and then it got cut, and they brought it back in like 2012 or something like that. But he'd always watch Inuyasha, which is another anime, but it, like again, it has really deep lore, and that's where I got introduced to like anime. And then my cousins were like,
what does your mom think about it?
My mom
doesn't really care.
Dragon Ball? No,
Yeah.
My mom doesn't care. As long as I'm not doing fucking heroin, I don't think she cares. As long as I'm not doing hardcore drugs and on the fucking street, I don't think she cares what the hell I'm doing anymore. But my mom doesn't really care. She just lets it be.
She's like,
She's like,
kids will be kids.
Sure, she says that. Sure, we'll go with that. But my cousins introduced me to it because the first ever episode I saw was the episode where Goku first turns into a Super Saiyan. That was the first episode I saw, and then it stuck with me. And then a couple years later, I was like, what the fuck was that show? And then I just got fucking exploded into this lore. And the lore in that show is so deep and vast that it, like, even though the show is kind of done now, Super had its run and it's kind of done, but it's coming back, supposedly.
Yeah.
Even though that show's done, you can still look up stuff and learn new stuff.
Learn more info about the show.
Learn more behind the scenes, because like that lore is just so expansive. Like it carries 40 fucking years of like lore with it. It's not. I highly recommend it. If you can get if you can get past the screaming and the Nemec's gonna explode in 5 minutes and it fucking spans out 10 episodes. If you can get past all of that, it's a really good show. Vegeta's character progression is by far the best
Progression?
The best progression in the entire show, because he goes from being a fucking dickhead to still being a slight dickhead, but like he knows what his values are.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Shadow's progression in Adventure 2. Like he started off as like, I'm the ultimate life form, and then he's like, Sonic, I'll help you out. So like, I mean, that's.
It's fine.
But like that's
continue talking.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, I mean, that's why I'm bitching about these cartoons.
Yeah, you want me to watch Dragon Ball, and I would like you to at least give The Walking Dead
I
shot.
have. I've
Like-
watched the first 3 seasons, okay?
You're missing, like, it's really good,
I
especially
watched
now.
the first 3 seasons, and the second Carl got shot, and they had to, because that was the time before I was into, like, all the horror shit.
Mhm.
When they had to operate and pull the bullet out on him while he was awake, I was like, nope, done. I'm done. I'm fucking
Really?
done. Yeah.
That's
that
where you
was the
stopped?
reason why I stopped.
Where you just didn't like seeing a kid getting worked on or whatever?
I didn't like it because he was conscious.
Ah.
Because, like, that's one of my big fears is,
Mhm.
like, if I have to go for some surgery right here and I wake up and I feel everything, I'm not going to be a happy camper.
Yeah. I
don't care if my fucking intestines are spilling out. Somebody's getting the shit kicked out of me.
If you ever get a chance, I recommend giving it a watch.
How about we tell them the other show you recommend to me and I'm not going to fucking watch it?
What show? I don't remember.
Think. Just fucking, what is your dad like? What does Justin and your dad say I need to watch, but I say I'm not going to watch it because this show doesn't interest me? Begins with a B. Ends with a G. Has 2 B's in it.
I have...
Jesse!
Oh, Breaking Bad?
I'm not going to watch it.
Dude.
I'll stay around for the memes of it, but I'm not going to watch it.
It's such a good show. I honestly would have thought that show would have been, like, right up your alley. I thought you would have liked it a lot. I don't know. Have your parents seen it?
I don't think so. It's just not...
You're not gonna guess who told me to actually start watching that show. Remember Miss Pickett from?
No fucking way.
Yeah.
No
yeah.
fucking way, dude. That's no.
A teacher from our high school. She told me, she's like, yeah, I've been watching this show and you should honestly really give it a watch. I was like, Breaking Bad, that sounds familiar. Oh, it was on AMC. I watched The Walking Dead on AMC. So then I looked on Netflix at the time and I saw the whole series was on there. I was like, yeah. So I originally started watching it with my parents, and then they were getting really slow at watching it. Like, you know what I mean? Like they'd be like, I'll be like, hey, you guys want to watch this? And they're like, oh, no. I was like, okay, fine. I'm gonna watch it on my own time. So I literally just binge watched it.
There's just something about it that I can't get into. Like, I know the story is good.
What?
I don't know. I can't explain it. There's just...
Is it the meth?
I don't know.
The meth, is that it? The blue meth?
I don't know if it's from the fucking memes I'm seeing now, but, like, I don't want to watch the show.
Mm-hmm.
I have
Do you know how it ends at all? Do you know nothing? Okay, good. Keep it that way.
Nothing.
Yeah, keep it that way.
I'm gonna look it up tonight.
Don't. You should genuinely give it a watch.
I'm gonna look it up tonight. It's just, there's something about it, like, I don't know. Making meth and blah, blah, blah is just not interesting. To me, at least.
I'll tell you what. I'll give Dragon Ball a shot. I'll watch the first season. Give it a shot.
There's no seasons.
Or what?
It's arcs.
Okay.
I mean, I don't recommend Dragon Ball because it's actually slower.
Whatever one you recommend, I'm gonna call it a season, just cause that's what I'm used to.
I mean, I can lend you stuff too.
I will watch the first arc of the show.
If you get hooked off the Saiyan saga,
I will give it a watch. I'll genuinely give it a watch.
Okay. What's the catch? What's the catch?
If you give Breaking Bad, since you've seen The Walking Dead already, whatever.
I already know what happens.
Yeah, I talk about it all the fucking time. Anyway,
it's literally all the time.
Yeah, I'm still watching it to this day, but I recommend you give Breaking Bad the first season a watch, because that's what I like to do when I watch a new TV show. I like to give at least the first season a shot, just so they can tell their story. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's I don't know. It's because just stopping in the middle of something, we're like, fuck this show. I've done that to a show, but I always want to go back to it and watch it.
I watched a couple episodes of the first season when Justin was watching it, and you need me to watch it by myself.
Yeah, watch it by yourself so you genuinely know what the fuck's going on. Because you just hopping in a random episode of the first season, you'll be like, what the fuck's going on? These characters are fucking retarded.
That's basically what I said.
So, yeah. I think that would be a good...
A fair trade-off?
Yeah, fair trade-off. I watched Dragon Ball. Which one? Which one do you recommend?
Because I don't want you getting stuck on filler, because filler episodes exist in the actual... In Dragon Ball Z that exists, and it slows the padding between the actions.
Yep.
The action scenes and whatnot. So I recommend Kai because I know everybody's gonna hate me for this. but it gets like right
Straight to the point.
It gets straight to the point. The fights still span out across episodes, and the arc still spans out across episodes, but like you get to see like what happens faster. If that makes any sense.
It's more. It's like a more quick pace, I guess.
Yeah, because in the original season, in the original series, my bad, was when Goku died the first time. There was like a whole 6 or 7 episodes of him running on Snake Way completely just doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you watch Kai, it's more in tune with like the book.
Yeah.
So it just skips right to the fucking point.
Okay.
Like he gets there, he starts running, he runs for a couple panels, and he's right at King Kai's house. That's it.
Gotcha. So which one do you recommend?
Dragon Ball Z Kai.
Kai? Do you own that physically, or do you not?
I think I do.
You think you do?
I think I own it. Don't quote me. I think I own it.
If you have Netflix, or no?
I don't think it's on.
Do you have Netflix?
I have Netflix.
You do? Then you could watch Breaking Bad through there.
The best way to watch Kai is to
with popcorn.
Sure. is to get the Funimation streaming service is to get a account.
Oh,
there,
okay, yeah, I've heard about that.
And then watch it
Yeah.
there, because it has all of it, like straight up all of it. The whole series of Kai is basically Z, but just faster paced, no filler.
Yeah.
And it's just right there.
You know, there's a comic book app on the phone. I thought about it.
Fucking
like,
Comic X.
Yeah, something shit like that. But like, I don't like reading comics
on
a phone.
Yeah.
I'd much rather have like
physically
do it. Like that's why I go to my local comic shop.
Support your local comic shop.
Yeah, support your local comic shop. this podcast is sponsored by.
This podcast is sponsored by every comic shop that's ever existed in the history of humans.
I don't know. I like physically picking up the comic book at the store and be like, yes, I can't wait to read this. I remember when The Walking Dead's last issue came out. I told my work at the time, I was like, hey, I need this day off because they opened pretty early.
Was it like a select selling? Like were there only?
They were
so
selling for
issues?
like one per person.
So were there only so many issues?
Yeah, I just wanted to be the first one I wanted to get my copy because, like, the first issue of The Walking Dead goes for like almost like $2,000. Yeah, it goes for a lot. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna wake up fucking early as shit and go to the I literally wait. I think so. Yeah. I woke up early, drove to the comic shop, sat there in the parking lot, waited, for a few cars to pull up, and then I sat out in the right in front of the store, and waited in line for them to open, and I got my comic, and then after that I went to another comic shop and got another comic. So just in case if I had to have a collector's copy and a reader's copy, and I think I bought another one as well. So if I ever wanted to sell it, so I make some money. I don't know if I legally do that, but
yeah, I don't know if you can.
I'm pretty sure you can, but not like at a fucking high ass price, like,
$100.
Yeah.
$100, $200.
Because hell, the first issue goes for like a fucking $1,000.
Just like the collector's edition.
Just the regular issue, like sealed, like graded and all that shit. Like I don't think I've ever seen a first issue non-graded, like ever. I do have some graded. I have one graded issue. You've seen it. It's The Walking Dead issue 6, I think. I got it for like $80 on eBay. I honestly wouldn't mind getting all of my comics graded, because I have my reader. I always do this with every comic. I always buy a reader's copy and a collector's copy, so I could right when I get it, I put it away right in the sleeve, seal it up, put it away.
So it stays pristine.
Pristine, and then I have my reader's copy if I drop it or whatever. Or if it bends, oh well.
I have another.
Yeah. I have so many just comics of just The Walking Dead. That's the main one that I would read. I have Invincible. I still haven't read that yet. I have it. I don't know. I think the way I want to read Invincible is through the
Show.
not the I want to read the comic first before I watch the show. That's my plan.
Okay.
Like I want to, what are they called? The compendiums, the big books.
Oh, like the Hellboy ones.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to get all 3 of the Invincible books and just read the whole comic.
Like straight.
Yeah, that's originally how I read The Walking Dead.
The
Yeah, they do. Yeah, there's 3 of them, and there's like 145 issues of the comic.
I got something cool to build off of your Invincible thing. Did you know that the first issue of Invincible showed up in one of the episodes of King of the Hill? I'm not joking.
Really?
I am not fucking joking. Bobby was reading it.
Well, and it also showed up in The Walking Dead as well.
I didn't know that because I don't watch that fucking show.
But yeah, it was in there. I don't know. I think reading it that like physical, and like that's how I originally read The Walking Dead. Is I bought the first compendium, and I knew the show and the comic were like they had their different. It was kind of like the same story,
Just slight
but
differences.
slight differences. Like some characters would be dead, some wouldn't. Yada yada yada. So I read the first
Compendium?
3 compendiums, I believe. Yeah, I read the first 3, and then after that, I started reading the single issues, and I bought every one every month. And once the comic ended, I started backtracking and buying all the older issues. I would go on eBay, or I'd see them at like the mall or something. But yeah.
I'm a fucking loser.
I like comic books.
Okay,
I don't know.
I like them too, but like you've seen my comic books.
Mm-hmm.
They're just the compendium.
Yeah, I like.
I want to get into fucking reading it like a different Batman story other than The Dark Knight Returns.
Mm-hmm.
But like,
There's like
1,000 fucking Batman storylines.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever considered like anything other than like superhero kind of stuff? Hellboy.
I read Hellboy, Spawn. That's really about it, other than the Dragon Ball comics I have.
Yeah, all I've read was from Image Comics. I support them.
Yeah, because Image
lot.
Comics is good.
Yeah.
That's where Hellboy's from.
Mm-hmm.
Hellboy.
Oh,
and Spawn.
really?
Yeah.
I did not know
Either
that.
he's from Dark Horse, both of them, or they're both from Image.
Yeah, I've been.
Oh wait, no. Spawn's from Image. I think Hellboy's from Dark Horse because I know Spawn was one of the first characters published on the Image label.
Mm-hmm. I would like to read like some Spider-Man comics, but like, what like, I guess how can I word this? People who make these superhero comics, they're like, oh yeah, just you can literally start anywhere. It doesn't matter. You don't have to like start at issue 1. You can literally start anywhere.
Yeah, that's my problem. Is like going into a character that has like 80 years of experience under their belt.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Where to start.
That's kind of like how I am with the superhero comics. Like just like Spider-Man. I wanted to read a Spider-Man comic, but I was like, where the fuck do I even start?
Yeah.
But like with The Walking Dead, there's a start and there was and a finish. So I was
And
like,
Spider-Man's not going to be done for a while.
yeah, no. They always come up with something. I don't know.
Especially with him coming into popularity with the movies.
With now, yeah, I'm excited for.
Dude.
Tobey Maguire.
Oh my god, fucking! I saw something. I saw a leak or something, but it was fucking Andrew Garfield in the fucking get-up on a movie set, and he was mouthing the words, "Do you have wet blood?" Fucking think about it. He's talking to Toby.
Yeah, literally the day that comes,
The day that comes out, I'm seeing it.
Yeah, I'm seeing it.
fucking seeing it.
I'd like to get my tickets early.
I want to go with you. I want to go with like you and Justin and see it.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do.
Yeah. It'll be. I'm so
It'd be a
fucking.
hell of a fucking experience because,
Yeah.
dude, if Toby is in that movie, I'm going to lose.
I hope they play the
shit.
opening theme for the Sam Raimi trilogy. You know the theme.
The
If they
original-
play that at the very beginning, I'm like, yes,
I'm gonna start screaming in the theater and we're gonna get kicked out.
yes. Okay, I think we're good.
I think we're good. Well, thank you for tuning into our
Yep.
first episode of the
And-
podcast. This got very off track. Very
Yeah.
bad.
Yep. All right, we're done. Goodbye.
Brand new, don't step